Hey guys, you ready for another Friday chit chat with me? I hope so because I'm ready to chit chat and y'all can sit back and listen and hopefully do your whips as I work on mine. As y'all know, this is my Talitha Kuum by Mandy Manzino. Haven't made a lot of progress. I know y'all are having a hard time seeing probably because of the glare. Let me put this down. You can see this. This is the purple cape of Jesus that goes down into the 310. So that's how far. About a 7-inch by 8 or 9-inch that I've got done. It's just such a big one. It's going to take me a long time. So, okay, let me get a quick drink. I should have done this before I started, but I jumped the gun on starting. Hopefully go for about an hour tonight. Or I say tonight, it's 1:30 in the morning here in good old Oklahoma, USA. Okay, now I'm ready. Let's get this turned on. I am working on symbol A, which is number 42, which is DMC code 3828. So I hope everybody's had a good week. It's nice to have the weekend coming up. I know I enjoy the weekends. Y'all know I don't like this pen. Y'all know I babysit my grandbabies during the week, Monday through Thursday. My daughter has 5 more weeks of school left, so I'm really looking for that break. I'm ready to just be Nana instead of Nana the babysitter. My grandson, he did the cutest thing. He's 3.5, and the other one is not quite 2. He won't be. Yeah, he's almost. Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah, he's 2. He's 2, and the other one's a little over 3 years. So I was changing his diaper. We're potty training him right now. So he knows what the potty's for, and he pees on the potty. He just hasn't figured out what step 2 is on that potty. So I had been watching them, and, come 8 o'clock, I have their normal routine. I'll change their diapers, and then or I'll give them chocolate milk, and they'll have that chocolate milk, and then I'll change their diapers, and then lay them down after that. So I had changed his diaper, and I set it to the side on the floor. That way I can just take both of their diapers into the trash at once. And he was stinky. It was a bad diaper. It was a really bad diaper. Well, I go to change his brother's diaper, and he walks around there, and he goes, Nana, Nana. And I go, what, babe? And he goes, that's disgusting. And it was just so cute hearing that big of a word coming out of that little body of his. And I just laughed and laughed and laughed at that. I just thought it was the cutest thing. That's disgusting, as he said it. And of course, his brother just wants to copycat everything he says. But he can't talk all that great yet. When they want a drink, they'll come up to me and they'll go, and that drives me crazy. And I'll say, what do you say? And Brady will go, what do you say? And I said, no, what do you say? He goes, what do you say? And I say, drink, please. And then Brady will automatically go, drink, please. Well, Sawyer can't say it, but he'll take his head forward, like making the yes gesture, and he'll go, he'll get out the plea part, he'll go, so that's his version of please, and so then I'll give him a drink. If I get too scattered on this, I've got my handy dandy iPad there that we can pull out a tag. I've had a couple people email me this week just checking up on me because I haven't made it to very many lives during the day that I normally have. So I've kind of been MIA this week. So I've had some people, email me and check up on me. And of course, I'm okay. The doctor said it's probably going to be about 2 more weeks in the boot. He said it normally takes about 6 weeks. So a week and a half, it'll be 6 weeks. So I'm hoping to be out of that. He said it could be closer to 8 because of my weight. It's got to be good and healed before I put my whole weight on it. So if it looks really good, see, I think my appointment's, I can't remember. I want to say the 21st, but I'm not very good at dates and remembered times and all that good stuff. But he said if it looks really good, I'll get it out of the boot. He said, but if it's looking like it could use more time, then he said it'll be at least another week. And from there, we'll just, play it by ear. But he said definitely going to be the 6 weeks. So we're looking at 6 to 8 weeks. So let's just all hope and pray that everything will go good. Not next week, but the following week, that I get this foot out of this boot. Of course, it's not as bad as it used to be. When I was 6 years old, I had broke my arm. And back then it was the big caster cast that you had, where they had to cut it off and everything. It was just such a big deal. Nowadays they just put, this black boot on you that takes the pressure off of your foot and ankle when you walk. And it comes right off for them doing x-rays, and it goes back on. I can take it off to get in the bathtub, and then put it on when I get out. I do have to be careful getting in and out of the tub because I'm not supposed to put any pressure down on that foot at all. So I'm liking the way the medical field has progressed since then, because if I had one of those big cast on my foot, then I would be on crutches, which would be even harder because of my weight and having to tote all that around. And so thankful not to have to do that now. I remember when I was younger, my mom had broke her leg, and she actually had to rehabilitate in a rehabilitation facility for 8 weeks while she was healing because there was no way for her to get around. She had 4 kids at home. She basically couldn't do anything, so she had to rehab somewhere else other than home, which was hard on my dad. He was a worker. He was always home at night and everything to take care of us. And my aunt, my dad's sister-in-law, she would keep us during the day. She had kids our age. My cousins were our age. I have an older brother at the time. I want to say he was 12. So I was 10, but then my cousin was in between him and me. So I want to say she was like 11. And then my younger cousin was between me and my brother, which put him at a little over 8.5, somewhere around in there. So it was easy for my aunt. I'm not saying it was easy for her, but it wasn't much harder for her to take care of us when she had all of us, but we were all the same age. We all played together. We'd go out and ride the horses and stuff like that. Didn't have to take we were old enough to where we didn't have to have attention, the whole time. We just had to be supervised and kept an eye out on. I'm thinking here. It's hard to talk about stuff, especially what happens to you during the week when you don't do anything. My life, I really don't do anything. I do. I take care of my mom. I have to, my morning routine is getting up and making sure she gets up. I have to get her medication. I have to make sure that she makes it to the bathroom and all that good stuff. And, then I have to fix her something to eat. And once she's got her breakfast, I can do what I want to do. But normally, then it's, cleaning up the kitchen or doing her laundry. There's always something to do. I'm just thankful that it's a small 2-bedroom apartment, that it doesn't take a lot, to clean. It's just upkeep maintenance. As long as you clean up after yourself, it's fairly easy. So, and then, the same thing happens at noon. I gotta feed her, make sure she has her medication, and do whatever. And then at night, in the evening, it's supper time, medication, and then watching the boys. So, yeah, I guess you can say I'm pretty busy, but I never go anywhere. The only time we go somewhere is a grocery store and doctor's appointments. Maybe to the pharmacy if I can't get my daughter to pick things up for me. It's like my daughter lives about 7 miles from this pharmacy. I live about 1.5 miles, and I'll call her. Will you go by and get my prescription? And of course, she does it for me because she loves me. But my grandbabies make me happy. I'm sitting here thinking a lot about my diamond painting, and something that another YouTuber said in her whipping chat. I kind of went into this a little bit, I think, on my last one, or it could have been my first one, but it was one of my whipping chats, my chit chats with me, that I had never in my life been a crafter. My mom had, excuse me, she tried to get me into all these things and, tried to teach me, but, I never could. I just never could get into it much. So, when I started diamond painting, I went into it. Hang on a second. I gotta check my battery. Just got a ding. Oh, it's still recording. Let me get this pushed in. There we go. My cord had come loose. But anyway, when I figured out what diamond painting was, I went 110% in. Why does that keep beeping at me? I don't know. We'll see if this records or downloads to YouTube. We'll see. I don't know. I'm not seeing anything. And the timer's still going, so that's all that matters. But I started buying all these diamond paintings. I mean, I bought and I bought and I bought. I bought pens. Anything diamond painting related, I bought and I bought, and I'd hurry up and get finished so I could start another one. And, I've got about 5 different storage systems. I've got a closet full of diamond paintings that probably never get done. But in my defense, they are ones that I purchased at the beginning and didn't know what I was doing. Didn't know what I was doing at the time, because a lot of the paintings are all small, and it's just not a good picture visually. But that's in my defense. I do have quite a few good ones too that are big, and I've got 7 diamond art clubs that I haven't even opened, and they've got their opening, their releases of their new paintings on the 15th, and my son-in-law gives me the money, I will be purchasing from them. Here's my thing. I had done Nefertiti from Diamond Art Club, and before I got finished with it, I had gotten this one in, Talitha, and I got her kitted up. I got her kitted up in 2 days, just spending a couple hours, getting it done. And then when I finished Nefertiti, I put off starting this one because it was the wrong time of the year for me to be starting something as emotional to me as this painting is to me. And, if anybody's watched my videos long enough or been in any of the lives that I've been in, know, why this painting means so much to me. So I procrastinated, and I told myself, just kit up something else. You don't have to do this. You can do it at another time. And so for 3 weeks, I didn't even do any diamond painting at all. I went and participated in the live groups. Excuse me. I continued, watching videos and all that kind of good stuff. But now I believe I've actually burned myself out from wanting to diamond paint. I don't know if it was because this picture was so emotional to me that I should have just kidded something else and moved on. But instead, I just didn't diamond paint for 2 weeks. And when I started this picture, I wasn't all that enthused about starting it either. And now that I'm actually doing it, I don't feel all that enthused about doing it either. And I'm like, I don't know. I enjoy that. Okay, this keeps going off and it's driving me crazy. Timer's still going though. I enjoy the diamond painting when I get up and I actually go to do it. It's just my problem was getting enthusiastic enough to get up and actually start diamond painting. And it just wasn't something I wanted to do. And even now, I feel like I have to force myself to get up. And I don't know if it's the picture itself or if it's just, me kind of being burned out on diamond painting a little bit. I think that has a little bit to do with it, but I enjoy doing it. When I'm doing it, I like the relaxation I get from doing it. I like, being able to forget about my daily life while I'm doing it, all that. I so much enjoy that. I just still have to push myself to do it. Part of me is telling me just to take this down, put it away, and start something else. So I don't know what to do. I want to get this one done, but I want to get it done just to get it done. I don't know if that was making any sense, but I just want to be done with it already. And I'm not even a quarter way done with it. So I'm thinking I picked the wrong picture for me at the wrong time. I had been wanting to get it, and every time I went to go get it, it had been out of stock. So I had to keep waiting and keep waiting for it to come in. And when it finally come in, I just ordered it. I was like, oh, there it is, gotta have it. I ordered it, and then when I got it in, it was, okay, now you gotta get it done and get it finished. And I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. And it coming out crappy. I like the painting. like the meaning behind the painting. I wished it was finished. But I keep thinking maybe once I get a little further along in it, I will feel a little more enthused about getting it done. Not because I have to, but because I actually want to. I guess that's what I'm feeling more of now. It's just, I have to, I have to, I have to. And that's taking some of the fun out of it, is because I don't want to have it done just because I have to. I want to get it done because I want to enjoy the picture. So I'm going to have to pace myself at these now. Like I said, I was buying them and I was doing them as fast as I could. And especially towards the end, I would work on them for 10 hours a day, because I was that close to getting it done and I wanted to get it done so I could start my next one. And now I think I'm just going to take my time with this. If I don't feel like diamond painting, I'm not going to push myself. I'm not going to do it because I have to. And sometimes I do kind of feel a little obligated for the simple fact that I do have this YouTube channel. I got to put out some kind of content if I want to keep the channel going. And so my first question to myself is, do you want to continue with your channel? I absolutely want to continue with my channel. This is one thing that it's just something I enjoy doing. I like doing the unboxing videos. I like Miss Coffee's actually got me wanting to do these flipping chats every Friday or once a week. That's just what I put myself to doing. It's I say Friday night, but it's Friday morning when I record these. But I do want to do it. And if I don't want to diamond paint, I don't have to diamond paint. Working on number 9 now. If I want to record these videos, I don't have to diamond paint. I can sit here and just talk. Nothing's forcing me. I don't have to. That's what I got to keep telling myself. You don't have to diamond paint just because you're doing your diamond painting video. Some might say, what? You're not going to diamond paint while you do these? If I don't feel, the need to have to, I guess I'm saying I'm not going to do it. But I like the fact knowing that I'm going to be diamond painting at least an hour this week. And if I want to get up and diamond paint for 20 minutes, I'll get up and diamond paint for 20 minutes. Quit pulling them all-nighters just to get it done. But I think it's just the funk of this picture. And I shouldn't say funk. That's not it, because this is such a beautiful picture. I love the meaning. I love Mandy Menzino. My goal is to own every painting she has. I just love her. But I think I've come to the conclusion that it is this painting and just starting it I think if I'd have started it in like May or June and not at the time of the anniversary of my daughter's death and her birthday. Her birthday was January 4th, and then she died March 12th. So, y'all have heard all this. First few months of the year is not an easy time for me. So I think if I'd have started this later on in the year to where my emotions aren't so raw, it would be totally different. I would be, oh crap, drop my pen. Drop my pen. I'll get my little stylus here. I forgot all I was saying. Yeah, if I'd have started it at a different time, I think I would be putting in at least 2 or 3 hours a day into this thing. All my extra time, staying later in the hour, to work on it. I am an insomniac. I don't, if I sleep 4 hours in a night, then that's good for me. So I'd have lots of time, and it wouldn't take me no time at all to do this big picture. So I'm going to keep my thoughts positive. I'm going to work on this at my speed. I'm not going to feel obligated or pushed to get it done because I need to put out a video on my completed diamond paintings. That's one thing about doing a big painting. You can't put out a final review on the painting if you're not getting them done. So, I might not see a lot of them done right away. I did do some when I first started my channel. I did a few reviews. I did a review on my frog. My nose is running. I did a review on my ladybug. I did a review on Let the Good Times Roll. I did a review of my little dragon that I did. I did a review on my elephant. I did a review on my lips like morphine. And I did a review on my Nefertiti. So I've done more reviews than what I thought I had. So y'all just won't see any for a little bit. And who knows, I could wake up tomorrow with a total different outlook on things and have this done in a week and a half. And I know if I put my mind to it, I could have it done. If I set a time to have it done, oh, you best believe I'd have it done. I'm not one on being late. If I say I'm going to do something by a certain time, I'm going to do it. That's the way I've always been. Appointments, if I have an appointment, I'm one of those that are 30 minutes early. Drives me crazy when doctors run late. I'm there on time. Why can't they be there on time? We're the one paying their paychecks. Get the heck in this office now. I've been here for 30 minutes waiting on you. So that is my new outlook on this painting. I will get her done. I'm just not going to push myself or contemplate this picture anymore. I've contemplated this picture since before January, before I finished up Nefertiti. Because I had this one kitted up before I'd finished Nefertiti. And this is the only one I've worked on this year. So, yeah, I've contemplated on this picture too long. Like I said, who knows? It could have been partial burnout. It could have been, the other issues I've already brought up with it, Only time will tell. But I will get her done. I will get her done. So. That's that. I dropped my pen with the multiplacer, so I love color blocking. I do not care for confetti. I don't mind it, but I like the color blocking better than I do the confetti. And anybody that's done a Mandy Manzano painting know that there's a lot of color blocking in her paintings. And for it to be this big, there's a lot of the same color everywhere you go. You start a new number and you're in that area for a little bit so I have never used a multiplacer. I've always told myself since I started that, you're enjoying it to diamond paint, and that's what you're doing is you're putting diamonds down, and I like the idea of placing one diamond at a time until I got to this painting. All my problems come down to you. Damn you, painting. But, yeah, needless to say, I'm getting really good at my 3-placer. I haven't attempted a 4, a 6, or the 9-placer, but I have used it. I had done a little section over here when I started, and I thought, why are you starting this upside down? So I turned it back around, and there's quite a bit of 310s. Now, some of my rolls aren't exactly straight, but it seems like every time I sit down before I start, I'll nitpick at them, and I'll push them up and kind of straighten them up. And I don't know anybody that don't, or after a little bit stop and do that. But I do have a row straightener now, so I've been using my row straightener on it a little bit. But the more I go along on it, the better my lines are getting I'm using my 3-placer. And who knows, by the time it's over with, maybe I'll use my 6-placer, but, go up to the 6-placer. I don't know if I'd ever get to 9-placer because I don't know if I'd want that much of a chunk done at one time. Placing 9 beads with one stamp. But that's it. I dropped it, and now it's hard to sit here and fill in all these X's because this whole section in here is X's, P's, plus signs, and the percentage sign. That's all that's in this whole brown area right here. This area down here, down across here, and then we start again over here. But so Y'all are actually helping me. I enjoy talking to y'all. Um, God, why do I seem to get so? I feel like I'm too depressing when I do this. So I definitely got to find a way to get out of that. It's like I don't want to bore y'all to death by making y'all feel sorry for me. I just need to get on here and have fun, you know, play some little drinking games, you know. I say go, y'all tell me to stop. See who can finish the bottom of the bottle faster. No, just kidding. I don't drink. But I am gonna have more fun. I'm gonna stay away from the depressing things. I'm gonna stay away from the disgusting things, as my grandson would say. Any of y'all have had boys, y'all know that boys are a handful. I have one son, have a daughter um, that's 32. She's divorced, living at home with her daddy. My son is 27. He's got a daughter that's 8. I think I told y'all about Journey last time. But when I was pregnant with him, I so wanted a boy. You know, I had my girl, you know, so I wanted a boy. And I wanted a boy for about 6 months after I had him. I was like, why couldn't he have been a girl? They're just total opposite people. I mean, obviously, other than being a boy and girl, but they're so, you know, don't get me wrong, girls are on ring. Oh, girls are another issue on their own. But I like the little dainty things that you could dress up in little dresses and put in little bow ties and the little tights and the tutus, and they just, yeah, don't want to make anybody that like boys more offend anybody, but this is my opinion. I just feel like girls are a little more, they're not rough like boys are. Boys are rough. They're they're rough on their nana. Oh, are they rough? Even playing with them. I can get in the floor and play with them, and just them getting up and hugging you, it's like, bam, trying to hit you or something. It's so hard. Poor Sawyer, he gave me a bloody nose the other day, a little twerp. He was sitting between my legs. He had his back. He was laying like this in the floor. He was sitting up. His head was here, and I was like squeezing aside, kind of tickling him there, and he reared back and he threw that head back and hit me right in the nose. Oh, that hurt so bad. But they're rough. They wear me out. I'd a lot rather be having tea parties than throwing balls and getting hit in the face with balls or falling over and breaking one of your collectible angels. Because we've moved on to throwing. We are now kicking the ball. Yeah, we don't throw. We kick now. We're in the soccer mode. And then of course, y'all know I have the 2 girls that are back to back. But yeah, I wanted a boy till he was born. And I'm like, why? We couldn't have got a girl. I'd been happy with all girls. I told my daughter she had to have at least one more baby, that I had to get my grandgirl. I mean, I do have a granddaughter. I don't get to see her that much. Um, my son and her don't get along too well at all. So we don't get her very often. We get her special occasions, if we go to the zoo, or the one of the kids have a birthday party. She'll let us pick them up and bring them to the party. They had a dinosaur exhibition at the fairgrounds 2 weeks ago, I believe, and so she let us pick her up for that. So she does let us have her, but we just don't get to see her every week like I do the other boys. So, like, I told her, you got to have at least one more. She goes, well, what if I have a boy? And I said, well, you're going to have to put it back where it came and try again until a girl comes out of that thing. Because my oldest daughter, she's, like I said, she's 32. She's divorced, and she has no interest in wanting kids. To me, that's strange, and not to offend anybody, but that's how I grew up. I was raised down in the boondocks, out in the middle of BFF. Girls were raised to where you got married, you had kids, and that was that. So her not wanting to have any babies was kind of strange to me, but I understand now that some women now just choose not to have babies, and that's okay. There's nothing in the world wrong with that. What's the difference? Men don't want babies. They don't want babies. People don't look at them any different because they don't want babies. Why should we look at women any different because they don't want babies? So I don't look at it any different. I just thought when she first told me that she didn't want to have kids, that, it just hit me as strange, I guess. But, after thinking about it for a little bit, there wasn't really anything strange in it to me. So no grandkids from her. My son has some legal issues going on, so he will not be having kids for 8 to 10 years. That was a joke. No, not really. Yeah, it was. Just kidding. No, it wasn't. Maybe. Who knows? And so I have my baby girl. It's already given me 2 wonderful babies. I love them to death. But I want a little granddaughter. Like I said, I told her mom that if she had a boy, she was to put it back and only bring it out when it turns to a girl. I thought that was funny. Maybe a little bit. No, okay. I can deal with that. How much time do we have? Do we have enough time to pull up a little tag? I'll scoot this back. Hopefully I won't blind y'all. It's like 49 minutes. We got at least 10, 15 minutes to go. Let me see what I can find. how many of y'all got to do that DP-a-thon? Wasn't that so much fun? I had such a blast with that. I was on the computer all day long. I think there was only 2 that I completely missed because I was asleep at that time. There was 2 that I caught the very end, or one that I caught the very end and one that I caught the very beginning in. And I wasn't even there long enough to really say anything. You know, I go into a room and I kind of read up on what's going on, and you know, then I'll say hi. But I wasn't in there 10 minutes, and they're like, okay, we got to pass it on, and like, dang it. But all the others, I was in there, and I had so much fun. Sometimes I just ran out of things to talk about because it seemed like it was the same 30, 40 group of us, and it was just so funny how, you know, one chat would end and another one would begin, and we'd just pick up where we left off. It was just so fun. If y'all weren't involved with it, when we have the next one, y'all need to try to make it to a couple of them because they were so fun. We did raise some money towards very nice charities, so that was awesome. Just awesome. I can't can't type in and talk and think about what I want to type in at the same time. Let me see. We'll sit here and vape a minute or two. No, not a minute or two, just a minute or two. Wow, 400 plus fun and exciting would you rather questions. Okay, we can do this. I'm going to actually mark this to my home screen. And that way, I will have it to go back to. It says 543 thought-provoking this or that tag questions. Well, let's try this. That got me into a questionnaire. Well, let me get to it. Okay, here it is. Now I can't get it to stay up there. Let me down. There we go. Okay. Okay. First question is $1 million in your bank account or an IQ of 145 plus? I think I would go with the IQ of 145 plus. Because if I was that smart, I'd be able to go to school, learn anything I wanted, and have the potential to make more than $1 million in my lifetime. You know, whereas $1 million is just $1 million. Why not shoot for 2 million? By being that smart and being able to do a lot for yourself. So that's that. $10,000 in gold or 10,000 in BTC. First of all, I would have to look up BTC because I don't know what the hell that is. And y'all can scream at me. Even better, comment below and tell me what BTC is. But I'll tell you something, I will look it up when I get off of here. So right now, I'm going to go in $10,000 in gold. But gold does, it doesn't depreciate. It increases its value every year. So that BTC would have to be something good for me to choose over 10,000 in gold, because 10,000 in gold 10 years from now is going to be a lot of money. I can tell you how much, but so the price of gold goes up every year, so I will be looking that up. BTC. Okay, $1 million right now, or 1 penny doubling every day for 30 days. What? Who would want 1 penny doubling every day for 30 days? That's 60 cents. That's $1. I'd take the $1 million right now. That doesn't make any sense. $1 million right now, or 1 penny doubling every day for 30 days. Yeah, no doubt. I would take the $1 million. I have a question for y'all. Speaking of $1 million, you had all the money you needed, and you had $1 million to give away in charity. What charity or charities would you give that money to? I myself have 2 charities I'd give to. Yes, just 2. One would be, and I'll explain to you why. One would be to the Cerebral Palsy Association. Because y'all know that I had a daughter, special needs, and she had cerebral palsy. So I would want half of it to go towards the cerebral palsy, whether it be medical or just to help out families with children with cerebral palsy. I know my daughter, when she was 8 years old, she had to have hip surgery on both sides of her hips. Because I don't know if y'all know what I'm going to say, so I won't put my hands out here. When she was 3 years old, she would put her feet out, and she would scissor tail her feet to where her feet crossed over one another. And so what that happened, it caused her hip joints, these are hip joints right here, and it caused her hip joints to go out, and they popped out of socket. So, she absolutely had no control over her legs. She didn't have much control over it anyway, but she was in a lot of pain because of that. So she had to have hip surgery to put, or leg surgery to have her hips put back in joint. And after she had the surgery, she was in a full body cast from her waist down for 6 months. And because she was in a full body cast for 6 months, we just weren't able to take care of her. My husband could lift her, but I couldn't lift her. And you couldn't just roll her over to change your diapers. You had to physically pick her up at her waist size, at her waist, to pick her up and get underneath the diaper and, get all the good stuff cleaned. So just kind of give you a picture of why we couldn't take care of her, because I couldn't physically do that. So she rehabilitated at the center it was called J.D. McCarty Center, and what they did is they did nothing but work with handicapped kids. If a family was needing a child to rehabilitate there, they took them in. If the parents needed let's say, a week vacation, they just needed that break away, like that you could put your child in there for, a week at a time, 2 weeks, but I think there was a limit of only 2 weeks for like a vacation. They helped you get equipment that your child needed. They helped us get our daughter her wheelchairs throughout her years. And when she got one replaced, we'd just donate the one she had back to the center. That way they had spare parts in case somebody's wheelchair broke and it had to be fixed. They'd take them used wheelchairs and they'd use them for parts to fix old ones. So that's what we did with her old ones. So, we could help out any families that they could. They also, they helped us with the getting her disability started. They helped us get her IEPs and what she needed as far as her special needs when it came to school. They helped us understand what she would need at school, and as far as therapy, because she would get her physical therapy there at school along with her occupational therapy, and just for her daily stimulants that she needed. And because it's a stupid law, everyone has to have their kids in school nowadays. They don't even take in consideration whether or not they're handicapped or not. If we had the money to take care of her on our own, we still couldn't have done it. We had to send her to a public school, if not a private school. And we weren't going to pay the money to have her homeschooled for her just to get her physical therapy and stuff like that done at school. So they helped out autistic families, families that children were blind, Down syndrome, just the whole variety of different things out there that children may have. So that would be um, the two places I donate to: the United Cerebral Palsy Association and the J.D. McCarty Center. If I had a life insurance policy that paid for more than what my family could use, I would leave everything I could to the J.D. McCarty Center. They're a fantastic organization. I don't know how we'd have done it without them. So, okay, enough of that conversation. Okay, here we go. 6 sons or 6 daughters? 6 daughters. 6 daughters. How old are you? Oh. I wanted to have more babies, but I didn't want boys. No, that didn't stop me from having babies. No, I don't want y'all to think that I'm petty like that. No, I'd have had more babies if me and my husband would have been more financial capable. And, we had insurance for my daughter, and she had her disability, but it didn't cover near the expenses that we had as far as her medical bills. Bless her heart, she had 7 major surgeries in her life, and they weren't easy surgeries. She had shunts put in her brain, her head. She had 2 or 3 of them done. She had developed scoliosis. So she had her whole entire back fused together. She would literally go off at the airport if she had to go through any of them. So her spine was like this. It was a metal rod, and it had nothing, and then you got your spinal column that runs, throughout your backbone. Well, hers was nothing but a metal rod and little wires. And when you looked at her x-rays, it was a little zigzag. Little Z, all the way down her back. But anyway, that's enough of that. We got going on the right side, didn't we? Not so down depressing. And we're going to have more fun with this tag next time, because we only got through 4 questions. 6 sons or 6 daughters? $6? Yeah. Oh, but I did ask that question, if you had $1 million, what would be the charity or charities that you would donate to? I'm kind of interested in everybody else's feelings on that. Well, as y'all can see, I didn't get a lot done. But I did work on it for an hour. I'd have got more done if I hadn't dropped my 3-placer. You know that. I got this whole section here done, the section here, so some down here. So I got quite a bit done. I'm not disappointed in it. I'm tickled at the amount I got. And like I said, if I want to work on it for 20 minutes a day, I'll work on it. If I don't, I don't. And I will not start another painting until I get this done. My OCD just doesn't work that way. Now, if I had kitted her up and not started her, I could have done that. But once I started this, there's no way I can not finish it before I start my next one. But anyway, guys, we are a little over the hour mark. So I'm going to let y'all go for tonight or for today, whenever you're doing this. Please comment below on my question. Thank you for subscribing. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If not, who knows? If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell to where you can get notifications of future videos. And that's it for now, guys. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.